Germany's territorial losses have played a crucial role in shaping modern Europe, particularly through the lens of the World Wars. These conflicts not only altered national borders, but also redefined political landscapes and national identities. The aftermath of World War I marked a significant turning point, as Germany faced severe repercussions that would echo through history. The Treaty of Versailles imposed harsh penalties, leading to a sense of humiliation and resentment among the German populace. This discontent laid the groundwork for future conflicts, particularly World War II. Understanding these territorial losses is essential to grasp the complexities of European history and the ongoing impact on Germany's relations with its neighbors. The significance of these wars extends beyond mere geography. They influenced ideologies, economies, and the very fabric of societies. As we delve deeper into this topic, we will explore the intricate connections between Germany's territorial changes and the broader historical narrative of Europe. Before the onset of World War I, Germany was a burgeoning empire with significant territorial ambitions. Unified in 1871, the German Empire encompassed various regions, including Prussia, Bavaria, and Saxony, stretching from the North Sea to the borders of Austria-Hungary. Its industrial capabilities and military strength positioned Germany as a formidable power in Europe. The desire for a place in the sun fueled ambitions for expansion, particularly in Africa and the Balkans. This quest for colonies and influence led to tensions with other European powers, such as France and Britain, who were also vying for dominance. Nationalism surged, as many Germans believed in their superiority and destiny to expand. These aspirations, coupled with military alliances and rivalries, set the stage for inevitable conflict. The intricate web of ambitions and territorial claims would soon ignite the flames of war, reshaping the continent's future. The causes of World War I were complex, with nationalism, militarism, and alliances playing pivotal roles, particularly for Germany. Nationalism surged across Europe, with various ethnic groups seeking independence and asserting their identities. In Germany, this fervor fueled ambitions for greater power and territorial expansion. Militarism also escalated tensions, as nations, including Germany, built up their armed forces and adopted aggressive military strategies. The arms race created an atmosphere of fear and suspicion, heightening the likelihood of conflict. Additionally, the intricate system of alliances contributed to the war's outbreak. Germany formed strong ties with Austria-Hungary and Italy, known as the Triple Alliance, while facing opposition from the Triple Entente, which included France, Russia, and Great Britain. These alliances meant that any localized conflict could quickly escalate into a full-scale war, setting the stage for the catastrophic events that followed in 1914. Germany entered World War I with a well-defined military strategy, primarily based on the Schlieffen Plan, which aimed for a swift victory by invading France through Belgium. Initial successes included the capture of Brussels and the early victories at the Battle of the Frontiers. However, as the war progressed, the German forces faced significant challenges. The Battle of the Marne in September 1914 marked a turning point, halting their advance and leading to trench warfare. Despite early advantages, Germany struggled to maintain momentum on both the western and eastern fronts. Key battles, including Verdun and the Somme, drained resources and morale. The introduction of unrestricted submarine warfare initially brought successes, but ultimately led to the United States entering the war. By 1918, Germany's military fortunes had reversed, culminating in an armistice that highlighted the failures of their once promising strategies and ambitions. The Treaty of Versailles, signed on June 28, 1919, had profound implications for Germany. One of the most significant aspects was the extensive territorial losses imposed on the nation. Germany lost approximately 13% of its land, including territories such as Alsace-Lorraine to France and parts of Prussia to the newly formed Poland. These losses not only diminished Germany's geographical size, but also stripped it of vital resources and industrial regions. In addition to territorial losses, the treaty imposed staggering reparations on Germany, amounting to $32 billion, a sum that crippled its economy. The financial burden led to hyperinflation and widespread unemployment, creating social unrest and resentment among the German populace. The harsh terms of the Treaty of Versailles fostered a sense of humiliation and betrayal. laying the groundwork for political instability and the rise of extremist ideologies in the years to come. The interwar period was marked by profound economic and political instability in Germany, which laid the groundwork for World War II. Following the harsh terms of the Treaty of Versailles, Germany faced crippling reparations that devastated its economy. Hyperinflation in the early 1920s eroded savings and led to widespread poverty, creating a fertile ground for social unrest. Politically, the Weimar Republic struggled to establish legitimacy, facing challenges from both the far left and far right. The Great Depression of the late 1920s further exacerbated these issues, leading to skyrocketing unemployment and disillusionment with democratic governance. As extremist parties gained traction, the political landscape became increasingly polarized. This instability created an environment ripe for radical ideologies to flourish, ultimately facilitating the rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party. The combination of economic despair and political chaos set the stage for Germany's aggressive expansionism and the onset of World War II. The rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party marked a pivotal moment in Germany's history, driven by a fervent expansionist ideology. Emerging from the chaos of the interwar period, Hitler capitalized on widespread discontent, promising to restore Germany's former glory. His vision was rooted in the belief that Germany needed more living space, or Lebensraum, which justified aggressive territorial expansion. This ideology not only fueled nationalist sentiments but also sought to reclaim lost territories and expand beyond Germany's borders. The implications were profound, as Hitler's ambitions led to the militarization of Germany and the aggressive pursuit of territorial claims in Europe. The Nazi Party's rise to power transformed Germany's political landscape, setting the stage for conflict and ultimately leading to the outbreak of World War II. Understanding this expansionist mindset is crucial to grasping the historical context of Germany's actions during this tumultuous period. The causes of World War II can be traced back to the failures of the Treaty of Versailles, which imposed harsh penalties on Germany after World War I. The treaty not only stripped Germany of significant territories but also demanded crippling reparations, leading to economic turmoil and national resentment. This environment of instability paved the way for extremist ideologies to flourish. The policy of appeasement further exacerbated tensions, as Western powers, particularly Britain and France, allowed Adolf Hitler to expand Germany's territory unchecked. This strategy was rooted in the desire to avoid another devastating conflict, yet it only emboldened Hitler's ambitions. As he annexed Austria and demanded Sudetenland, the failure to confront these aggressive moves ultimately led to the outbreak of war. The combination of a fractured peace treaty and misguided diplomatic strategies created a volatile landscape that ignited World War II. World War II marked a significant chapter in Germany's history, beginning with rapid territorial gains. In September 1939, Germany invaded Poland, triggering the war. This was followed by the swift conquests of Denmark and Norway in April 1940, and the successful invasion of France in May 1940. These victories showcased Germany's military prowess and blitzkrieg tactics, leading to the establishment of a vast empire across Europe. However, the tide began to turn with the failed invasion of the Soviet Union in June 1941. The harsh winter and fierce resistance led to significant German losses. The Battle of Stalingrad, fought from August 1942 to February 1943, marked a pivotal defeat, with Germany losing an entire army. By 1944, Allied forces launched successful campaigns in Normandy, leading to Germany's eventual surrender in May 1945, reshaping Europe once again. The Allied powers employed a range of strategies that significantly weakened Germany's military position during World War II. One of the most effective tactics was the implementation of strategic bombing campaigns aimed at crippling German industrial capacity and infrastructure. This relentless aerial assault disrupted supply lines and demoralized both the military and civilian population. Additionally, the Allies coordinated their efforts through extensive joint operations, such as the D-Day invasion, which opened a new front in Western Europe. The successful encirclement of German forces in battles like Stalingrad further strained their resources. Furthermore, the Allied powers utilized intelligence sharing and deception tactics, exemplified by Operation Fortitude, which misled German forces about the timing and location of Allied attacks. Collectively, these strategies not only diminished Germany's military capabilities, but also contributed to a rapid decline in morale, ultimately leading to their defeat in the war. The defeat of Germany in World War II had profound consequences, reshaping the nation and its borders dramatically. One of the most significant outcomes was the division of Germany into East and West, a split that symbolized the broader ideological conflict of the Cold War. The country lost substantial territories, including parts of Prussia, which were ceded to Poland and the Soviet Union. This territorial reconfiguration not only altered the map of Europe but also displaced millions of Germans from their homes, leading to one of the largest migrations in history. The loss of territory and the division fostered distinct political systems, with West Germany embracing democracy and capitalism, while East Germany fell under communist rule. This division lasted for nearly 4 decades, significantly impacting the nation's identity and international relations, laying the groundwork for future reunification and ongoing discussions about national unity and historical memory. Following Germany's defeat in World War II, several pivotal treaties and agreements were established to redefine its borders and ensure lasting peace in Europe. The Potsdam Conference, held in July 1945, was crucial in determining Germany's future. Allied leaders, including Joseph Stalin, Harry Truman, and Winston Churchill, convened to discuss the post-war order. They agreed on the division of Germany into 4 occupation zones, controlled by the United States, the United Kingdom, France, and the Soviet Union. This division was intended to prevent any resurgence of German militarism. Additionally, the conference addressed the expulsion of millions of Germans from Eastern Europe, reshaping the demographic landscape. The decisions made at Potsdam laid the groundwork for future treaties, including the Treaty of Peace with Japan, which reaffirmed these territorial adjustments. Ultimately, these agreements significantly altered Germany's borders and influenced its political landscape for decades to come. The territorial losses experienced by Germany after both world wars have profoundly shaped its national identity and political landscape. The disintegration of its borders led to a sense of humiliation and resentment among many Germans, fostering a longing for lost territories and national pride. This loss contributed to the rise of extremist ideologies, as groups sought to reclaim what was perceived as rightfully theirs. Over the decades, Germany has grappled with its past, leading to a complex relationship with nationalism. The division of the country during the Cold War further complicated this identity, as East and West Germany developed distinct political cultures. In contemporary times, Germany has made strides toward reconciliation and integration within Europe, emphasizing unity over division. The legacy of its territorial losses continues to influence discussions on nationalism, immigration, and Germany's role in global affairs, reflecting an ongoing journey of self-discovery and healing. In the aftermath of World War II, Germany faced immense challenges, including the loss of territories and the division of the nation. However, this adversity paved the way for remarkable transformation. Through the implementation of the Marshall Plan, West Germany experienced rapid economic recovery, becoming known as the economic miracle. This revitalization fostered a sense of unity and purpose among its citizens. The reunification of East and West Germany in 1990 marked a significant milestone, symbolizing resilience and a commitment to democracy. Germany has since embraced its role as a leader in the European Union, promoting stability and cooperation. The nation has also engaged in extensive reconciliation efforts, addressing its historical responsibilities. Today, Germany is recognized for its strong economy, cultural contributions, and dedication to human rights, demonstrating how a country can rebuild and redefine itself after profound historical losses, ultimately shaping a more inclusive identity. In conclusion, Germany's territorial history is a crucial element in understanding the broader context of global conflicts. The significant losses experienced after World War I and World War II reshaped not only Germany but also the entire European landscape. The Treaty of Versailles imposed harsh reparations and territorial reductions, leading to economic instability and political unrest, which ultimately contributed to the rise of Adolf Hitler. The subsequent devastation of World War II further fragmented Germany, resulting in its division and loss of territories. These events have had lasting effects on Germany's national identity and political dynamics. By examining these historical events, we gain insight into the complexities of nationalism, militarism, and international relations. Understanding Germany's past allows us to appreciate the importance of diplomacy and cooperation in preventing future conflicts, emphasizing the need for a collective approach to global peace and stability.